don't know if you can see this, there's no pollinators. There's a spider. There are no bees. You know, Japan is full of flowers. Planting flowers is not going to bring back the bees. This park has bees, or has bees, and they're still flying. There's a hornet flying around. I want you to see, if you can see how vibrant this tree is, and it's full of these seeds. There's full chock-a-block of these seeds. They've all germinated. This is the only tree that I've found like this. If you look around, it's just vibrant growth here. And this is also very important. I want you to pay specific attention to these, and I'm actually going to collect these. All right, I'm going to show you. These are pods, and they've germinated, right? I want to look at these pods right here. Look at how big they are, right? Here's some other ones. Because the bees on that one tree, they come around here, and I actually want these because they're not going to use them here, but I'm going to plant these because this is bee food for next year. But look at, I want you to see the difference. I'm going to show you the difference, okay? Look at this, the size of these pods. This is a healthy ecosystem. Look, the tree is not dying. Look at this tree. Look how big it is. The problem the tree has a little problem. This is actually it's rotting out, but that's common, right? But the amount of bees that this tree had, and you saw my pictures, is pretty staggering. So I'm going to show you now, I'm going to take another video of my park and show you the difference. I'm at my park, and I want to show you the same tree, right? This is the same tree. Look at the ends are dying. Look at that. The end of the bee movie is here, and if you notice, they've germinated, they've flowered, but there's no seeds. This tree, as a result, is dying. The end of the bee movie. Let me show you another example of this. Simple fact. See how everything is dying. The reason why is there is no bee. Hachinai. Here's one, couple seeds, right? But for the most part, no seeds whatsoever. Here's a really good example. This tree right here I've shown before. No germination, right? Whatsoever. And as a result, the tips are dying, the tree's dying, right? Look at this here. The bee movie is here, folks, and planting more flowers isn't going to stop this. This is Japan. There's another tree right there. Look at this. And see, what happens is this. They say, here's a male. I'm gonna grab him. I just grabbed him. You see that? I just grabbed him. I just grabbed myself a little bee. They don't sting. That's a carpenter bee, right? He came up and was like, you're in my face. You're gonna come back for more? He's acting aggressive. See, carpenter bees have adapted to our fears, right? It's, because we think bees sting, and if you're not educated, yeah, you grab the wrong bee, it's gonna sting the crap out of you. But you just watch me. I grabbed it. Didn't sting me, didn't bite me, nothing. Next time a carpenter bee gets up into your face, grab the little guy. Show him who's boss. So I'm trying to educate you that a crisis is going on to an extent that is unimaginable. I mean, worse than global warming. Because what happens is, what compounds this is that we see a tree like this, so what do you think? Oh my God, it must have some sort of insect eating it, right? So what we end up doing is we end up spraying it, right, with noyaku, with insecticide. Well, what does that do? It compounds the problem. It kills more of the bees. So we're actually compounding the problem and making things worse. So there, you saw me grab my first carpenter bee out of the sky, right into my hands, right? Big old bumblebee. Make sure it's a carpenter bee. Don't grab a bumblebee. If it's a well, most likely it won't sting you because most bumblebees are males and they don't sting. But if it's a female, it will sting the fuck out of you. So let's go over here and show you more proof. These trees are all dying. Why are they dying? You gotta ask yourself, why are they dying? Why are they dying? Why are they dying? It's the bee movie, folks. It's in Japan, it's already happening. And it's coming to you if we don't stop it. Look, the tips are dying. The trees are dying. They're giving up. If you can't pollinate, your whole purpose, your whole existence is about pollination. And the moment your flowers cease to be pollinated, it's like, why live? Why live? There is no bugs affecting these trees. It's a lack of bees, people. It's a lack of bees. They're dying. Here's more. Now, this tree is going to have a little bit more. You know why? There's one little bit here. See, this tree's doing low. You know why this tree's going to do better? Because of this tree right here. This Fuji. This Fuji plant attracts carpenter bees, and as a result, the trees around it, and if you look, this tree is healthier, right? Somewhat healthier. And I bet if you notice, yeah, there's a few germinations on this. Not a lot, a few, okay? So it's a healthier tree than those over there. Those trees have none because of this one plant. This one plant, and here's big old carpenter bee, right? Carpenter bee there. I'll grab another one. Here's my little habitat. But so folks, the bee movie is happening in Japan. That's my point. And next I'm going to show you a more stark result, okay? You can see the tips of these are cherry trees. All the chips are dead. Tips of the trees are dying. Tips of the trees are all dead, right? The tree is slowly dying down. The reason why, I took pictures, there was no pollinators. I took pictures when these all were bloomed. As you can see, they're all dying. All these trees are not healthy. They're not healthy because they don't have bees. Bees, bees, bees. Why they don't have bees? Why? Because Japan is the #1 user of pesticides. These fields out here, especially the wheat fields, right? The ones out there, is using maybe they're using Monsanto's seed or something similar. They're using pesticide treated seed, and that pesticide, it's systemic pesticides, have a 15-year half-life. They seep into the water, they seep into other plants, and ultimately it's been shown in research that 1/2 to 2 billionth of a pesticide is basically going to kill bees. So it's, you know, planting more flowers is not the solution, folks. Stopping pesticides, especially systemic ones, is. All right, so here I am, and I want to show you the difference. Here are the ones that were pollinated with bees, and here are the ones that weren't. You can see a few of them have propped up, right? But none of these have germinated well. Let's keep going here. Yeah, they're all small, which is, look at these again. Here are the ones from the park. Some of these actually I found closer down there, so they got germinated. But all of these have, look, and on and on and on. Imagine now if this was your business. Which would you want as a farmer? Would you want, you know, these beans to be this big? Or would you want them to look like this? Now these have germinated, but they're probably the small ones here, pods, have germinated, but they're not bees. Maybe a fly or something else. They're just not as effective as a germinator. Some of them are bigger. There was a bumblebee going around, and probably the big one here is the bumblebee. Right, but the bumblebee, I only saw one bumblebee. One bumblebee just could not do the right job. And unfortunately, I'm hoping my bees will get down here, and it's too late this year. And as you can see, all these would have been perfect for my bees, right? But I got them a week too late. Now that the flowers are all died, there's no hope. But I'm going to take these pods, dry them out, and put them up. So, you know, this is why it's so important for you to understand the importance of pollination. And actually, I'm going to grab some of these and actually show people the difference between the two, right? So I'm going to grab some of these. And show. So here's one germinated right there.